Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you with our first episode interview with Coastal Media. I have one of the top best real estate agents in Massachusetts. He is originally from Turkey. He's been in Boston area since 2006, and he is one of the best in his area. One and only, I want to welcome Serhat Ozcicek.
Thanks, Matt.
Welcome to my
amazing
first
introduction. I'm like, wow.
Welcome to my first interview. I'm glad that you'll be part of this. Hopefully, there'll be more to come.
I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I know you for a long time. A great introduction again.
So, furthermore, that I say, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I've been here since 2004, not 2006. But
Sorry
still,
about that. We're gonna fix that.
It's a good one. Yeah, so I've been in Boston long time, 2004. I came for a college education. I got my bachelor's from Northeastern, also my master's. So, and I work for amazing companies. The reason why I choose Northeastern over other colleges, because of their amazing co-op program. So I did work for 3-4 big companies, includes Oracle, PB Power, Iron Mountain. I love it. So
is that what you like the most about your college?
Absolutely. Like, just try to get a job before you graduate, so that will look amazing on your resume. I still, most of my clients in real estate, they do rental from Northeastern, BU, Boston College area. I'm telling them as their, older brother.
That's good.
Try to do some co-ops, internships.
Before we get lost to your experience in college, is there any memory that you want to share with us?
With the college time?
Yeah, just one of the best.
Okay, the funny ones, huh? So 2007, it was 2007 with one of my best college buddy, now my boss, Alcantar. So one St. Patrick's Day celebration, 2007. And
we all been there.
Yeah, I was doing high five to people while we were driving with my friend's car. So I was doing one high five, second high five, and then the third high five we were speeding up a little bit, and then my shoulder dislocated.
Oh my God.
So I end up being in the emergency room.
Oh, wow.
So that was a funny, good memory.
What a night, huh? By the way, can we shout out to your boss? What's his company name?
Boston Brokerage Group.
There you go.
I work for Boston Brokerage. That's the most amazing boutique real estate company.
And the best
Boston.
agent there?
Best agent? Right here.
There you go. I like that. So, tell us a little bit about how you get there, how you become a real estate agent.
So, the company that I'm working for, Boston Brokerage, it's a boutique, really nice company, and I know that company since 2006. The previous owner was a good friend with the current owner, Alp Kantar. And I was always going there, seeing the company, how the agents are working. So, I love selling stuff and then helping people out. So I'm a people person. So that was an amazing opportunity, not right after my graduation, but 4 or 5 years after my corporate work experience. One of my college buddy, Alp, said, like, why don't you do real estate with me one day?
Interesting.
And I think about it probably 2 months, and I was doing Uber full time. I feel that like I went to a good college, but I'm still doing Uber. I should take the next challenge. Want to do something bigger than what I always think about in my life. So after 1 month concentration, I decided to go to course, take the classes, pass the exam, and then call next day, hey Alp, I got my license, I want to come work for you now. So that's how it started.
So how was the you mentioned Uber, right? So how was the transition from being an Uber?
Actually, Uber helped me a lot.
Exactly.
Because I learned about every single neighborhoods, and I met probably 150 different nationalities while I'm driving. So I learned about different neighborhoods. I learned about people a lot.
Mhm.
And then translation was funny because I was still doing part-time Uber,
Mhm.
and I was renting my Uber clients apartments. Just
That's
meeting
awesome.
with them and then
Was
giving
it- was
my
it-
car. That was so much fun. It's a good
Awesome.
challenge. It's
Well,
like
was it intentional? Like I want to continue
like
Uber for real estate.
people are asking, so are you doing Uber full time? I'm like, yeah, but like I'm about to start real estate. So after I start real estate, and I'm not saying that I'm doing Uber part time, but doing mostly real estate, and people are like, oh, I'm looking for an apartment. I'm like, okay, here's my card.
There
You
you
know, reach me out, or I was reaching them out next day to see, showing them apartments. They see that I'm hassling.
Mhm.
I'm like I love doing that. So I know they give me opportunity, and
Very good, very good. You mentioned that you start giving out your business card to people. I know you have some stories about
yes.
putting your business cards to.
So I'm coming from I have so many funny stories about the business cards.
Tell us one to the one that you want to
So
share.
the business cards, I'm coming from a entrepreneur family. My grandfather, my father, so they were encouraging me to sell our textile related products when I was in high school back in Turkey.
Mhm.
So and one time I go to a client's, I show the products, and then the customer told me, "Where's your business card?" And I'm like, "I don't have a business card. Like, do I need a business card to sell this product?" And he told me, "You know what? Like having no business card, it's like having a gun, but you don't have bullet in it. You cannot fire it." So, and I'm like, okay, from now on, I'm gonna have my business card. So I become a business card maniac. It's crazy. Wherever I go to concerts. I'm like, I was throwing stage my business card. And one time in the concert, a Turkish singer picked up the card and said, like, who is Serhat Ozcicek? I'm like, I'm here. That was me throwing.
Wow.
So yeah,
Unbelievable.
I like doing crazy things.
That's good. I think that's one part of your personality, and
Absolutely.
that's what people like about you.
Yeah.
So let's dive into a little bit more about real estate. So what's your major area, and what are the general targets, and what is it that you focus on?
So I love working with young people.
Mm.
So I do mostly 70% of my clients are students, young professionals, and they do a lot of rental. And in the greater Boston area, I mostly do residential real estate and rental. And then 30% of my clients are buying, selling properties, again in residential areas. And from that 30%, I will say 10% is first-time home buyers, and then the rest 20% is investors.
Okay, very good.
Mostly working with condos, multifamilies, single families in greater Boston area. And Boston market is always hot. Great opportunities, guys.
Before we get into the market itself, what is your daily routine like? What does Serhat do in a single day, on a busy day in a real estate?
That's a good question. I wake up very early in the mornings, and then do my breakfast, little workout, 15 minutes, but not every single day. And then go to my office, 9:30. Most of my coworkers come in around 9, 10 range. From 9:30 till 12:30, I do all my emails, showing arrangements, postings, catching up with my interns, catching up with my business partners also, and do if I have most of my showings in the afternoon. So it's like a catch up and organizing, like 9:30 till 12:30, and then having a nice lunch. After lunchtime, I start working my sales transactions with my clients who are planning to buy. In the first part of mostly rental, and then second part from 1 till maybe 3, 4. Mostly working with my sales transactions, photo takings, arranging all this stuff, working with my intern directly. After 4, the fun part starting, guys. Lots of showings, lots of people, students, professionals. They want to see the apartments after their work time or after their classes. So from 4 till 8, 8:30, I do a lot of apartment showings. If someone want to take an application and put an application in, either we go back to the office, take their application, or most of the time we start using Dotloop, DocuSign. Everything is easier with electronic. Boom, 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 sending the applications, taking the applications, payment, and then sometimes 9:30, 10, I go back home. I know it's crazy, but one thing for my success that I can do on my end, I can outwork, and I am so far, last 3-4 years, outwork every single coworker in my office. Or I may say in the future, I will outwork every single agent, real estate agent in Greater Boston area. So that's one thing I guarantee. I am telling myself, I work efficiently and I can outwork every single person in the real estate world.
That's a very good statement. I would like to ask you, what drives you to do that?
So I think everyone has like very bad time in their life.
Mhm.
So that was like a changing point. That happened to me too.
Mhm. Maybe you want to share part of it, what happened? Maybe a
Yes.
summary?
So in my first year in real estate, I make $17,000 and I work full year. And I made less than every single person, every single agent in my office. So I was questioning myself, am I doing something wrong? And my boss was telling me, Serhat, you know how to sell. But, changing from that year 1 till 3, 4, it takes a long time for me.
Mhm.
And then I was questioning and myself if I was doing something wrong, if something is not working.
And then how did the second year go?
Second year, things started to change.
Mhm.
Because I learned about inventory. I learned to ask the correct question.
I've heard you mention about also getting to know with the cultures as well.
Yeah,
Like
yes,
different people from different cultures.
That's the fun part.
Yeah.
That's the fun part because you work with lots of international clients, all over the world, and then every client's expectation, cultural expectations are different. So the more you learn about, like, let's say, Turkish culture or Chinese culture, then whatever they are looking in specific apartment is different.
So you say in second year things has still been struggle, but things start to pick up.
Basically, I wasn't making money. I was miserable. I didn't have enough money in my account. And like when it comes to getting an even health insurance, I didn't have health insurance. My father wasn't sending me money. And my friends were like questioning me, man, you are smart. Why you are still in financially and mentally, and you are doing a job you don't love? Why are you still doing that? Like I question myself. In different angles. Like I ask my heart, like, what do you want to do? You want to continue doing Uber? You want to do real estate? You want to do something else? So that was the point. It didn't happen like overnight, but whenever I was driving, I was asking these questions. I by the way, only thing I will say that I enjoyed so much. I finished so many audiobooks when I'm driving. So in Uber.
That's good. Very good. So now let's get into the market right now. So tell us a little bit about the Boston market and what is it that you've experienced and what makes it different from the other cities in the States?
So let's start with the rental part. Rental part is because of student population in the Greater Boston area. It just it's always big circulation and pretty strong compared to other rental areas.
So students are advantage.
Students definitely an advantage. If you're an investor, you want to invest in Boston. It's a great city. If you want to buy, again, it's a hot market always in real estate, in top 5 in entire United States.
How about the market right now?
So
what do you think?
let's put it before Corona and after Corona. So before Corona, everything was going pretty good, average state. Single family was 390,000. After Corona, we are seeing a little bit correction right now.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are 345, 350.
Hmm.
In city of Boston, it was 680, 690 level. We are also seeing little pullback on, Boston area too.
Very good. Very good.
So compared to what the correction we experienced on the financial markets and stock market was more drastic. It's always the prices slowing down, little slow compared to what happened with the March correction. What I see in the overall state level, single families, like in suburbs, we are seeing a crazy high demand, kicking in right now. One of my clients tried to put an offer in Ashland area, and there were like 5 different offers before us.
Wow.
So out, beating each other still in the market in the correct areas. One of the reasons there's not enough supply still. Lots of people, they don't want to sell it, and people who are willing to buy right now, pre-qualifications little, higher from the banks. But if you are qualified, you may have great opportunities. It's a great time to buy still in Boston area.
Very good. How much is it likely to possible for international investors?
So for international investments, there are like financial institutions, they are willing to give them the mortgage. There are not so many, but there are still opportunities. If they want to buy cash, of course, it's totally different and possible, absolutely. But with the mortgage, a little bit more than standard, like 10-20%. They put a little bit more than 30-35%, but still financial institutions are providing them. Seriously, guys, if you want to create a real value as an investor, real estate investor, this is the way you may start it. Really buy some really, really cheap old properties.
Yeah.
And then you can hire 10 contractors to give you a price estimates to do the walls, to extra room, extra laundry area, and then they can fight for you if you want to give. You can get the best price. You don't have to know every single thing about construction, but you can still put the team together. I can even help you out with that part too, with the renovations. I work with lots of contractors. I'm a real estate investor too myself, and like, I don't know every single thing, but I know the correct person, correct, connections to help me out, That's why I'm here. So for instance, I don't have time. That's why to use every tech stuff in social media, content management. So I work with the professionals, like Co-Chair Media is helping my content creation, managing my social media. My 2 interns 24/7 doing my postings, video tours, So I do the, showings, closings, working on like bigger deals, but it's a teamwork. It's so we are all in the same boat. We just want to make sure that we give the best end product to our clients. So sometimes my friends are telling me, Serhat, like, I know, like, we want to buy a house, but we don't know where to start. So I'm telling them this: look, I'm a good real estate agent, but don't do business with me just because I'm your friend. If I am the agent, I'm bringing you to the best deal to the table, then you are a smart investor. You're going to work with me anyway. But if an agent X is going to bring you the best deal, you may work with agent X,
Yeah.
But I know I can bring the best deal to the table.
Yeah. The agent that can show you the numbers.
Exactly.
The real numbers.
Yes, sir.
I think that's it.